Vietnam solemnly held the first day of state funeral for Party General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong at the National Funeral House.
Tanker carrying 1.4 million liters of oil capsizes offshore Philippines.
Party General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong made great impression in the hearts of international friends.
You're watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Ha Giang, your host. This morning, the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Vietnam, the National Assembly of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, the President of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, the Government of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, the Central Committee of the Vietnam Fatherland Front, and the family solemnly held a funeral for General Secretary of the Central Committee of the Party, Secretary of the Central Military Commission Nguyễn Phu Trọng. The funeral of General Secretary Nguyễn Phu Trọng was held with the state funeral ceremony. The funeral committee consists of 35 members headed by President Tô Lâm. The funeral of Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phu Trọng was held simultaneously at the National Funeral House No. 5, Trần Thanh Tông, Hà Nội, at Thống Nhất Hall, Ho Chi Minh City, and at his hometown in Đông Hơi Commune, Đông Anh District, Hà Nội. During nearly 60 years of work, General Secretary Nguyễn Phu Trọng has made many great and especially outstanding contributions to the glorious revolutionary cause of the party and the nation. General Secretary Nguyễn Phu Trọng was awarded the Gold Star Order, the 55-year party membership badge by the party and the state, and many other noble orders and medals on both national and international scales. With deep emotion and grief, from early morning, delegations of the party, state, National Assembly, government, Vietnam Fatherland Front, ministries, departments, branches, cadres, soldiers of the armed forces, and a large number of people from the capital and many provinces and cities across the country gathered at the National Funeral Home, No. 5, Trần Thanh Tông, Hà Nội, to attend the funeral of General Secretary Nguyễn Phu Trọng, the leader who had many great and especially outstanding contributions to the glorious revolutionary cause of the party and the nation. With great respect and feeling, many international organizations and countries also sent government leaders and high-ranking officials to Vietnam to attend the state funeral of General Secretary Nguyễn Phu Trọng. Paying tribute to the General Secretary Nguyễn Phu Trọng, the delegation of the Provincial Party Committee, People's Culture People's Committee, Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Nghệ An Province includes 15 delegates led by Mr. Thái Thành Quý, the party Central Committee member, Secretary of the Province Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Culture, Head of the Provincial National Assembly delegation. The memorial service for Comrade Nguyễn Phu Trọng were held at the National Funeral House, No. 5, Trần Thanh Tông, Hà Nội, from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. on July the 25th, and from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. on July the 26th, 2024. For the second day of the state funeral of the General Secretary, the memorial service will be held at 1 p.m. on July the 26th at the National Funeral Home No. 5, Trần Thanh Tông, Hà Nội. At the National Funeral Home No. 5, Trần Thanh Tông, Hà Nội, the burial ceremony will be at 3 p.m. on the same day at Mai Dịch Cemetery, Hanoi. On the morning of July the 25th, a tanker carrying 1.4 million liters of oil sank off the coast of Manila, Philippines.
Transport Secretary Jamie Bautista told a briefing that the Philippine-flagged tanker capsized and caused an oil spill at sea. The authorized units were able to rescue 16 out of the 17 crew members. One is missing. Strong winds and high waves were hampering response efforts, Bautista added. According to environmental activists, it will be a major environmental disaster if these 1.4 million liters of oil are not salvaged in time.
Coming up next are some updated news.
The number of tickets available for resale at the Paris 2024 Olympics has reached more than 250,000, while it amidst a lack of buyers just days before the opening ceremony on July 26. The Financial Times reported that weak secondary market demand for tickets in prime seating areas has raised concerns that many athletes will have to compete with empty rows of seats in the stands. The 2024 Olympics will be held in Paris from July 26 to August 11th. The opening ceremony on July 26 is expected to feature 3,000 dancers, musicians and actors performing along the banks of the Seine. It will be the first time an opening ceremony of the Olympics has been held outside a stadium.
Early this morning, a flash flood hit Muang Pon Commune, Dien Bien District, Dien Bien Province, leaving 7 people dead and missing. Authorities are actively searching for the victims. In addition, the flash flood also swept away 10 houses, collapsed 8 houses and damaged more than 100 houses. Previously, on the evening of July 24, the Standing Office for Disaster Prevention and Search and Rescue of Son La Province said that, by 4 p.m. on July 24, floods had left 9 people dead and missing in the province.
The passing of General Secretary Nguyễn Trọng has left boundless sorrow in the hearts of the entire Vietnamese people across the country and the compatriots abroad. In addition to condolences, leaders of countries and scholars around the world have also expressed special feelings and deep expressions of the General Secretary, who devoted his whole life to the cause of the party, the country, and the happiness of the Vietnamese people.
As someone who has spent a lot of time meeting and working with General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong, General Secretary, President of the Lao PDR Thonglun Sisalith believes that General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong is a person with deep understanding of theory and undergoing many practical lessons on socio-economic development in Vietnam. These studies are valuable legacies of the Communist Party of Vietnam and are worth studying and learning from by the world. At the same time, he affirmed that he will never forget the sincere words of General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong: "We are comrades, brothers, and friends that are hard to find."
Comrade Nguyen Phu Trong often said that the great friendship and special solidarity between Laos and Vietnam is unique in the world.
On July 20th, when paying tribute to the soul of General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong at the Vietnamese embassy in Beijing, General Secretary and President of China Xi Jinping was moved to write down his thoughts.
General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong is an outstanding leader of the Vietnamese people and a great friend of the Chinese people.
Russian President Vladimir Putin mentioned General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong as a great and true friend who has made great contributions to establishing and developing the comprehensive strategic partnership between Vietnam and Russia.
General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong devoted his entire life to serving his homeland. During his many years of holding senior positions in the government and the party, he had received great respect from his fellow countrymen and earned an impressive reputation in the international arena. In Russia, he will always be remembered as a true friend who made a great contribution to establishing and developing the comprehensive strategic partnership between Moscow and Hanoi.
According to the US President Joe Biden, General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong is the leader in building a deep relationship between the Vietnamese and American people.
Thanks to the vision of the General Secretary, during my 2023 state visit to Hanoi, Vietnam and the United States became comprehensive strategic partners, the highest level of partnership in Vietnam's foreign policy. Thanks to the friendship between our two countries, The Vietnamese and American people, as well as people across the Indo-Pacific region, today live in an environment of greater security and opportunity. That is thanks to the General Secretary's work.
Not only have world leaders praised General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong's great contributions to strengthening Vietnam's relations with international friends, but international scholars have also expressed their admiration for the legacy that General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong left behind during nearly 6 decades of working and dedicating himself to the country.
General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong will be remembered for his commitment to Vietnam's development and prosperity, for maintaining and developing Vietnam's Four No's policy, and for balancing relations with major powers.
General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong is a visionary who has acted in the best strategic interests of his country.
Leaders of countries, scholars as well as international friends across continents all share the same feeling that, in more than 13 years of holding the highest position of the party and state, General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong has made a great mark by consolidating the party, promoting economic development, fighting corruption and improving people's lives, helping Vietnam to increasingly integrate into the global economy, increasingly affirming its position and prestige in the international arena.
It's time to say goodbye. Thank you for watching.